Hey 3-1 fam, today we're continuing our journey through Minecraft Dungeons and Dragons. This game's really cool. I think I'm about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes into this campaign. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I continue this adventure. Hopefully, we have a cool boss fight today. I'm not sure. We had a pretty massive one last time that almost broke me, mentally and physically. But I do love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out, and let's get to Minecrafting. All right, so we're on a journey. We got to go back to, I think it's Candlekeep. Let's get our wayfinder on, actually, so we know where we're going. I don't want to go the wrong way. Where am I going? Way over here. I didn't sign up for this. Is there a chest? There's a chest. You think it's a fake one? It is. Oh, you dirty fake chest. Hate it when you guys pop up. I have had a lot of fun with this so far, though. I love medieval times, like King Arthur. Anything to do with, like, knights, wizards, things like that. Is there another person around here? Are you really that good? You know what? Let's do this. Let's see how you like that, buddy. Dude has got some attack power. Now I'm raging. Now I'm raging and I'm upset. I'm upset, chest. I'm upset. You know we haven't checked in a while is our stats. Can we go up any? Whoops. Wrong one. Why is it doing this? Alright, we got weapons. That's how we get to our weapons. We don't even have it selected. Or did we have it selected? I guess we did. I guess we did. Alright, let's try to figure out our stats. Do we have anything? We can't. Do we have any available? We don't have anything. We've got nothing. It's all good. We're going to continue our journey. I'm going the wrong way, I'm sure. That's what I do best. Don't know where I'm going. Check out the size of that castle. It's pretty exciting, actually. We can't jump off, which is craziness. A little damage isn't going to kill us. We have Wolverine powers, so we'll regenerate our health by the time we make it to the castle. Hopefully. Alright, yeah, we're not too far away, which is nice. It felt like it took a lot longer to get where we were at last time for that boss battle. Look at this guy. Always got a...
You know, you've been rather quiet since we left the tower. Something I should know? Something is clearly bothering you. It might help to share the burden.
I let my emotions get the better of me. When we were trapped in that barrier, I was not thinking clearly, and even if I had been clear-headed, there was so little that I could do. It's galling. I feel as though I am not much of a dragon anymore. I cannot say as I even feel particularly useful. I feel weak. Ever since I lost my body, I have had little or no control over my life. It's unsettling. I hate it.
Is there anything I can do for you?
No, I do not think so. But thank you for asking.
It sounds like we're becoming friends. He's starting to soften up a little bit. Let's see if we got any new weapons. I would love to see a diamond. A diamond over here. That would be amazing. So we have all the clothing. Maybe we'll find another village with more upgrades later on. Alright, I don't remember. Okay, it's way over here. All these people are just mindlessly walking around like zombies. Are you guys zombies? Actually, isn't it? No, I'm sorry. I think we're supposed to go up some stairs, if I remember correctly. This is where we came in. I'm really hoping we don't have to go all the way through the sewer again. I don't think we do. Trying the back way. It's actually the front way. It's not the side way. I think we can get up there from over here. They really did an amazing job on building this world. And even the voice acting is really good. I really feel like I'm in medieval times. Here we go. I found the stairs. The stairway to heaven. We're on our way. Look at me run. Look at me run. They really should build an escalator. Or even an elevator. Alright, I'm wondering what he's going to do for us, honestly. Hopefully he doesn't kill us. He's waiting for us, though. Patiently waiting for us. I'm back, sir. I'm back. Hello?
Ah, I was wondering if you would return at all. I considered scrying to see if you had decided to just make a run for it. Glad to see you didn't.
We've got the book you wanted.
Ah, Oh, does that mean that, Adro...
We were too late. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes, so am I. Though I will admit that I had assumed the worst already. Hearing it confirmed is still something of a shock. By the way, do you know what was being done in the tower?
A cult of devil worshippers had taken over his tower and removed him.
Devil worshippers? That's a bit, extreme. I certainly hope that Adro had nothing to do with them. So many people seem to forget how committing your soul to a devil is usually a rather permanent affair. I would not want that for him. He could be unpleasant, yes, but he was a good man, all things considered. Do you know what they wanted from his tower, or why they were there?
They had some sort of portal. I think they were using it to summon more devils and stay in contact with the devil in charge.
That cannot have been their only reason for being there, though. They could have taken residence and opened a portal anywhere.
Well, they did say something about needing a safe place. They thought there was some sort of impending calamity and were using the tower as a fortress.
Really? Did they say what this calamity would entail?
No, they weren't specific.
A shame.
We did, however, run into that masked man we told you about, though. The one that was in the cave when Vyre was taken out of his body.
The one with worms coming out of his face and his mouth, his eyes, and his nose.
What happened?
He sounded like he was spouting nonsense. Neither Vyre nor I could figure it out, but he then killed one of the cultists and their leader before taking whatever they were using to open the portal.
He probably has worm poisoning.
A couple of its minions were also killed outside the tower while fighting against the things living there.
Pretty fair indication that they're not exactly friendly acquaintances, then.
Is this enough, then? Will you help us?
Help you? Whoever said that I would help you?
You did? You said that you would help us if we cleared out the tower and got your book for you.
I said that I would wipe the slate clean regarding your criminal activities and waive your fee for entrance to the Great Library. The matter of helping you with your little identity crisis is something else entirely.
That's dirty! You made it sound like you were going to help us. You just used us.
It did sound like that, didn't it? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just toying with you a bit. I was planning on helping you from the start, as the problem piqued my curiosity. Though this ought to remind you that you should be careful about what someone says and what you agree to. There are plenty of devious people and creatures out there. Either way, I had actually already begun investigating some leads. This may not exactly align with my specialty, but we have hundreds of researchers in my department, so I've enlisted their help.
You can just do that? Get them to drop their own projects?
Of course. What good is being a head bureaucrat if you cannot throw around your weight a little every now and then? Oh, and speaking of assistance, I should also note that no one has been able to identify the creatures that you described to me earlier. That in itself is rather peculiar, considering how many people in this city are fascinated with magical creatures. None of our experts had any answers, though. Fortunately, the Avowed are a curious lot, and are working all the harder to determine who or what you encountered. Since you ran into one of their kind again, if their bodies are still where you slew them in the woods, finding and examining their anatomy would go a long way towards solving the riddle. I will send someone out to find and retrieve them.
Did you know Wizard Adro particularly well?
He was actually the last disciple of my late master Mordenkainen. It is how he came to possess our master's last written work. We trained together for a little while, though I struck out on my own while he was still an apprentice. They were both far more invested in the workings of the multiverse than I was. If I'm being entirely honest, I was always a little jealous of how well they got along. Still, it is hard to imagine that both of them are gone now.
Is there anything we can do to help speed up the research?
Not now, I'm afraid. Now it is just a matter of giving our Avowed some time.
What should Vyre and I do in the meanwhile?
Well, you're always welcome to find other work in the area. Otherwise, you have been through quite a lot in the past few weeks. Go to the inn, get some rest. Come see me again once you've had a solid night's sleep. I may have some more information for you by then.
We finally get to take a nap. Better late than never. Alright, I gotta find the inn. Where is the inn, sir? Good night. Or I was gonna say, does it even have a bottom to it? It'd be kind of cool if we could actually jump off of there. Can't go that way. I wanted to float through the door. We gotta find our way out of here. Through these amazing stairs that were constructed by the Dragon Queen herself. I don't think so. I think I made that up. That's not fact. That's opinion. It's hearsay. Alright, I'm curious to see what he actually does for us, to be honest with you. One thing I've noticed with this game is there's a lot of dialogue. Definitely gives you the feeling that you're playing a genuine RPG. Alright, this guy's just sitting here. Wake up, sir. Wake up. Oh, this was the inn we were at earlier. That's why the kids were coming in and out. You see any lollipop kids, lady?
What can I do for you?
Do you have an open room for the night?
Yeah, haven't had a lot of customers lately since most travelers aren't being let into the city. So you got your pick of the place. Just be 1 gold piece.
Here you go.
1 gold
Thank you.
piece?
Now, let me just show you to your room.
That's a pretty good deal. 1 penny.
No. Stay away. No. Stop it. Leave me alone. Go away.
Vair. Vair! And don't drop Vair. It's okay.
No.
No one here.
Leave me.
It's just us.
Get back.
It's okay.
Where are they? Carter, where are they? They.
That's not the first time you've had a dream like that. It's getting worse.
Yes, they are.
What were you dreaming about?
You needn't pretend. You saw it too.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Alright, so our dragon friend is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Alright, let's go back to Candlekeep. Are the doors locked? Didn't we come in this way? Where's the door? We've been tricked. Bamboozled even. Oh, it's right there. I forgot, it's very narrow.
About last night.
Please, do not speak of it.
It's just that, was the experience really that bad? Having your body stolen. I know you were scared, but those dreams you have and the way you acted when the cultists caught us.
I said not to speak of it. I want no reminder of that. But if you really insist on satisfying your childish, idiotic curiosity, then just know this. Having my soul ripped from my body was the most painful thing that I have ever experienced. I did not know that pain could be so complete or overwhelming. Not being able to do anything about it was even worse. Now be silent and go speak with the sage.
I'm working on that, Cotton, sir. He's not here? Where are you, sir? Where'd he go? There he is. Are you trying to hide from me, sir?
Ah, there you are. Yvonne and I have been working on your conundrum. I have some good news and I have some bad news.
Let's hear the good news.
Well, to begin with, we have found a way to safely separate Vair's soul from your body and put it back into his own while expelling the parasite that is latched onto him.
What's the bad news?
The bad news, I'm afraid, is that the artifact you need to put Vair back into his own body is rather far away, and may not actually be where we think it is. You see, while investigating, we encountered 2 principal problems. Removing and transporting another creature's soul is actually rather simple if you have the appropriate knowledge or equipment. I've done it myself on several occasions. The problems are that Endandravaya's body is already inhabited by a living creature that may have some control over it, and furthermore, we do not know how much damage this creature has inflicted on Vair's body, nor whether removing the parasite forcibly would do even more. For all we know, removing the creature would kill Vair's body, and trying to put his soul back into it would be, well, pointless. He would simply die as any other creature does when their body expires. To address this, we tracked down an artifact known as the Rod of Alignment. Its relatively simple, if exceptionally powerful function, is to set things back into their natural intended state. It can only do so on a limited scale and needs time to recharge, but it should do the trick.
What's the catch?
The catch is that, like I said, we are not absolutely sure about where it is. We just have a very good guess that will at least put you on the artifact's trail.
Will that be enough on its own?
Yes, though depending on how powerful the parasite is, you will likely need to weaken the creature before the artifact can extract it. Living things can resist magical effects, but weakening the target will reduce its ability to do so. The rod was last seen in the possession of Myastan Kimmerin, a morally dubious dragonborn druid. Without getting into too many details, he was last seen with it in Icewind Dale when going to speak to a storm giant friend of his who lives in the area. There have not been any reports of the artifact since that visit, though Kimmerin has certainly left their mark on various places without it in the intervening time. So we think it may have been left in the Storm Giant's keeping. If not, then they may have an idea of where to find it.
Good. Knight, look at all these options.
Oh, and one last thing. One of our occultists was able to identify those grinning creatures that you have encountered. They are called Gru, and are part of a large, mysterious category of creatures commonly called Starspawn. Whatever their purpose is here, it cannot be good. The few times the Starspawn Gru are mentioned in our books usually labels them as minions, shock troopers, and harbingers for even greater evils and agents of ancient mad gods. How they came here is unknown, but their very presence is troubling. The people working with them probably worship whatever elder god the Gru serve. I suspect that you have found a cult of the Old Ones, which may explain why the man in the mask was interested in the devil cultists you found in Adro's Tower. They would likely have similar goals and could be using similar resources.
The sage seems to be fairly composed, but he could be
I
concealing
didn't mean to do that.
something. It's hard to say.
Thank you for the information.
Limited as it was. Keep this with you as you travel. You can use this to contact me from anywhere in Faerun at any time. If you're in dire trouble, or if you encounter something that might be very interesting to me, use that. Otherwise, abuse this privilege and I will sever the connection permanently. Now go down to the docks and you will find passage on a ship heading north. Good luck.
Nice. We're going on a ship. We're going on a ship. Are we doing Pirates of the Caribbean now? So excited. I want to see how big the ship actually is. Hopefully it's massive. Maybe we'll actually get to do some fishing. Alright, we gotta do my wayfinder. I don't know where. It's way over there. Way over there. Find a large body of water. I do remember a large body of water when we were making our way to the castle. I'm excited to see what this artifact is. I'm curious too, like, if we end up getting his body back to him, or is he going to be stuck inside of us the entirety of his life? Poor dragon. Poor V. Poor V. Let's talk to this joker. Just jump over the fence. You are a horrible jumper.
Need a lift?
I do.
The voyage north is long, and you discover an intense dislike of the sea, as you find yourself repeatedly clutching the ship's railing and spewing out various meals into the waves. As the voyage continues, the air also grows colder, as settlements and cities along the coast become fewer and far between. By the time the captain tells you that your destination is near, you have already started counting how many seconds it takes for your puke to freeze against the hull of the ship. Looking up from the railing, though, you see a dark shape looming through the blowing snow, and something about it that has nothing to do with the cold causes you to shiver.
Ah, I see the prison inspector has caught your eye. Best hope you don't find yourself going there anytime soon, unless you have business.
What is that place?
It's called Revel's End, in Harp's name if ever there was one, as I've not known anywhere bleaker or more devoid of joy. There is a prison built to hold the worst criminals that mankind has to offer. Whether the sorry souls stuck in there deserve it or not, well, I can't say.
Again, prisons. How is it that humans are so taken with prisons, cells, and confining each other? It's unsettling.
Why build something like that all the way out here?
Well, the nice and fancy folk don't want no reminders of the dirty and dangerous people that they've locked up. So they put them as far from civilization as you can imagine. Care Dinnerval notwithstanding.
How much farther until port?
Not much farther at all. See, there's our harbour. Just keep heading along that there path and you'll find your way to Care Dinnerval. Not much of a place for southerners, between the cold and the rough company, but you'll find shelter from the blizzards, and food. Good luck, wherever your journey takes you.
These people are so long-winded. They just don't stop talking.
Oh, what a miserable place.
How are you cold? I can hear you shivering. That doesn't make sense. I'm the one who has to walk through this.
Oh, maybe because I am not simply a passive observer, and I'm actually sharing your body. How many times must I explain this?
Right, but shivering? Thought you needed your own body for that.
Never mind. Why would anyone choose to live in such a dismal part of the world?
Judging by what the captain said along the way, people who either don't want to be found or have nowhere else to go.
Lovely. Well, if we are to keep our visit as brief as possible, I would suggest finding the
this
nearest
guy.
bartender or such who might have heard rumors of a giant.
Alright, let's do some raging. Alright, let's do that. I think some fire might do him some good. Nice. You keep on smacking the ground, buddy. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you, dirty ogre. He's not gonna survive. Keep on smacking. Give me my coin so I can be on my way, kind sir. Alright, let's go back to our wayfinder. How come it's not? Oh, it's inside the mountain, probably. Are we going in another cave? Did we just go the long way around? I really hope not. I really hope not. Oh, we got more potions and stuff. Is that one any better? It's 50. Barbarian's Axe. We should buy it. So it's strength 2, dex 1. Alright, we're gonna buy it. Alright, let's go see if we can get some more clothes. Check these out. I don't know if I have enough coinage. I'm certainly gonna try though. Nice. Alright, we're stocked. We are stocked. Hopefully we can do some more damage to these horrible enemies we're gonna encounter.
Haven't seen you around before. What do you want?
Friendly.
Have you heard anything about a storm giant in the area? I'm looking for one that's supposed to live nearby.
Storm giant? That ain't like a frost giant? Or do you mean a stone giant? Because we got plenty of those up on our spine. I sometimes wander this way to hunt and raid.
No, I mean storm giant.
Then I've got nothing for you. Though you could always ask Tell your goat kicker. She's been around a fair amount, one of those adventurer types, always looking for mercenary work and places to explore. You can usually find her down by the lakeside docks.
So long.
Right,
Seriously? You're not even gonna buy a meal or a room? Ugh, wasting my time.
Well, if you had a little more information, kind sir. Alright, let's go to the dock. Gonna go talk to Helja. I don't remember how you pronounced her name. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't remember. I don't remember. Everybody's got a patch.
Are you Helya?
And who wants to know?
My name is Katra, and I'm looking for a storm giant that's supposed to live in the Dale. Have you heard of anything like that?
Storm giant. Well, I'd be lying if I said I knew exactly what you're on about, but well, my partner and I did see something right queer in the mountains about a month back, and it was definitely giant and definitely stormy at the time.
Any details you can give me?
Hi, there's a trail on the opposite side of this lake, right across from us. That goes up into the mountains, as called the Spine. A blizzard started blowing around one of the peaks in particular just a few years before I showed up here. Never let up once, nor moved. Storm just sits there, blowing away. My partner and I, we thought we'd go see if anything were up that way. Thought maybe we'd find some magic item or a wizard or something causing the storm. Maybe knock some sense into them or get some loot from the expedition.
And what does this have to do with the giant?
I'm getting there. So, after about an hour marching through the storm, we hear this voice in the blizzard saying, "Turn back and you'll die here," and some such. We weren't about to pack it in though. Thing is, the snow was getting so thick and high around us, we could hardly even walk and it was getting dark. We tried to find shelter, but just kept getting turned around in the storm and we were getting right cold. Cold to the point you don't feel no cold no more. It wasn't until I hit the ground and everything started going black that I realized I was freezing to death. But then, next thing I know, I'm awake. My toes and fingers hurt something fierce from the frostbite, and my whole body was stiff, but there I was, lying next to my partner. We'd been taken all the way down the mountain to a little cave, and someone had even set up a fire for us. But here's the kicker. There weren't no footprints around us. Nothing in the snow. It was the wildest thing I ever seen, and I still ain't been able to figure it out.
Thank you for your time.
Well, that is at least a little promising. What say you, Katra?
It's the only lead we've got at the moment, so it's probably worth investigating.
Alright, climb the spine. Why is it still... I think there's a glitch. Definitely think there's a glitch, because it's... Okay, now it's not on her. Thank goodness. So we gotta find... Is this guy gonna take us there, I guess? I hope he does.
Need a lift?
Never mind. I don't want to go to Candlekeep. I want to go to the spine. To find the spine giant. Gotta be around here somewhere. I wonder how far away this actually is. Pretty far, evidently. Pretty far indeed. This is really cool, though. I've always enjoyed the snow in games. I don't know what it is about it. This is like 12 miles away. Maybe 13. Or 14. I don't know. The music's very relaxing, though. Alright, climb the spine. I like, too, that you can see, like, the wind blowing around. It's pretty cool what they can do with the base Minecraft game and do these DLCs. Makes me excited to see what else they have out there. We look pretty cool, though. If you look up in the top left-hand corner, we are decked out with some good gear. I'm curious to see how much damage we actually do to enemies now when we're fighting. Hopefully a lot. There's a Christmas tree over there. There really isn't. This place is massive. Oh, should we go down here? We should. We should see what we can do to these bears. Not much. We'll do a little bit of fire action. Oh, yes. You guys are gonna die. You guys can stand up? What kind of bears are you? Tell you what kind of bears you are. You're dead ones. You're dead bears. Alright, we got some coinage out of it at least. Alright, let's do our wayfinder. I feel like we're going to another state here. Maybe in another country. It's like a tower over there. Tempted to go over there and see if there's a chest up there. What is this guy? Are you from Star Wars? I feel like we're not doing that much damage. I'm gonna need some coins, sir. Alright, let's let him come towards us. Oh, he's got laser beams. Are you related to Cyclops? You look like you're related to Cyclops. Give me anything. Not even a coin. Alright, let's keep track of these guys are everywhere. Alright, let's try to get up here. This is...
I should warn you, in case you did not already know. Dragons and giants have a long-standing rivalry that verges on hatred, depending on the parties involved. Storm giants are known as goodly, if stern, creatures, but regardless of this one's disposition, it might be for the best if you do not mention my presence or involvement.
Something else to complicate things. That's good to know. Thanks.
I wonder how big this giant's... Holy snikes.
Hello?
That is insane. You guys are pretty big. Nice. Alright, we should be able to kill these guys pretty quick. Thank you for the coins. Yeah, Nat. Holy snikes. A little bit of fire action. Oh, you're dead, buddy. You died a horrible death. I'm glad that we have these magical defenses, because we would be in trouble if we didn't. I see you. I see you. Nice. We still got the other one we got to... Let's do some rage. Dude, what is going on? I'm gonna kill this guy. He shoots laser beams out of his eyes. It's not normal. It's not normal, sir. I'm stuck. It's glitching out on me. I can't even move. What is going on? Maybe he's blocking the way? It's weird. It was very strange. What are you doing hiding up there like a coward? Don't worry, you're gonna be dead soon. No need to worry.
I just want to talk.
I guess we have to kill the enemies and then it's triggering the cinematic scenes. Not that I would really call it cinematic, but... Alright, where are you at, lady? There's gotta be something we're missing over here. So we're supposed to be right here. Pretty sure we killed everything. Can't really climb up any higher. Keep going up and see. There's nothing here. Nothing. Alright, so what's going to trigger this? Let's see if we can go up here. There's clearly something over here. Alright, let's do the Wayfinder. At this point, I don't even see anything. Alright, let's try to go back up, I guess, to see... There are glitches in this when you're playing sometimes. I noticed that the first gameplay I did, I actually cut some of it out. There was a huge delay in it prompting the story to continue. It's really weird. There's nothing up here, though. Maybe I missed something. Oh, I definitely did. What in the world?
You tread a dangerous path, human. If you have come to rob or hunt me, then I hope that you have made peace with yourself.
She looks upset.
It's a storm giant, and one who has ascended beyond the restrictions of their body, it seems. They aren't just controlling the storm around us. They are the storm. It is a part of them. Be careful.
Speak now and tell me your purpose in coming here, lest I blast you off the side of the mountain.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't entirely sure what I would find up here. No one seems to know that anything, much less anyone, lives up in this mountain ever since the storm started.
Child, I am the storm, and you had best state your business before I sweep you away like yesterday's snow.
Do you know a druid named Myaston Kimmerin?
No. Should I?
Do you know of any other storm giants in the area?
No. I live separate from my people.
Are you the only one who has lived here in the last few years?
Yes.
Well, there are accounts of Kimmerin visiting a storm giant friend in this area, and if you are the only one here, then that must be you.
Brock. I told him to check for scrying, the fool. Fine, what do you want with him?
My friend has been infested with a parasite that has also displaced his soul. We were told by the Sage of Magic at Candlekeep that his best hope is to find the Rod of Alignment, which was last seen with Kimmerin.
And what if I refuse to help? What will you do?
I got nothing. We are at your mercy.
Humble and sincere. That is promising. This is a powerful item that you seek, and not something to be handed over lightly. Though perhaps you will do. Very well. I indeed possess the rod, and am willing to part with it in return for a favor. The druid who last held the rod is indeed a friend of mine. Kimmerin, however, has a tendency to use force to protect the wilderness and its creatures, rather than negotiate. The Lord's Alliance decided that they had suffered his vigilantism long enough, and have imprisoned him in the great fortress they built nearby, known as Revel's End. I cannot enter that bastion, as its magic wards me away. If you want the rod, then you must find a way to free Kimmerin. Once he is with me again, the rod will be yours.
A prison break to set free a dangerous environmentalist vigilante? Count me in.
Well then, perhaps Kimmerin has found a kindred spirit in you. A last warning to you. Beware the prison, for it is not just a trapped and warded fortress. Something has changed lately. I have not seen the guards at their outposts for nearly a week, and there is now a ferocious flying creature there. Every time I've tried to approach since its appearance, it has beaten me back, rather severely at one point. I do not know if the jailers have summoned it as an additional guardian, or whether it is there for other reasons. But be wary of a dark creature with bat-like wings. Hope that you do not encounter it. Good luck.
Alright, so we're on another adventure. We are on another adventure.
That is all a rather tall order, and none of it too encouraging. At this point, the best we can do is probably to investigate the prison, see if we can identify some of its defenses and any gaps therein.
Alright, so we gotta investigate Revel's End. You know what's comical is I wasn't even paying attention to the prompts in the left-hand corner until this video. They've been there the whole time, though. The whole entire time. Alright, 3-1 fam. I think this is a good stopping point. So we know where we're going next time. We gotta go break somebody out of prison. That ought to be an adventure in itself. But I do love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. God bless. To God be the glory. And until next time.